Hello, guys. Yes, this is the Raj Podcast. We are back after a break and end of the last season. So this is a new season of the Raj Podcast. Just a short video. Hope you guys having a fantastic Saturday, enjoying yourselves, wherever you are, whatever you're in the UK, US, India, any destination. Hope you guys are well, and your family and relatives, and I hope you're enjoying whatever you're doing and keeping safe as well, because obviously we all know that the COVID is still in the background in some places. So just take care of yourselves and take care of your loved ones. Also, so what's coming up? Yes, we are back with a bang with a new season, and we're going to kick it off with Bronnie, a very talented country music artist slash rock artist. You can call her a rock artist, you can call her a country music artist, whatever you can call her. You can't overshadow her with anyone because she's making headwaves in the music scene. How she's doing that, we will divulge in that in this episode, which is coming up here on the Raj Podcast. We will divulge into that. You'll be seeing that. Also, we'll be talking about lots of stuff, including the amazing country music artist Shania Twain and so much more. But don't forget, if you wanna get your brand out there, the Raj Podcast is very, very hot. And we're going to lots of new content, new programming coming up, including about the crypto scam, and also other new programming coming up every weekend as well, only on here. So please subscribe and promote your brand. You know how to promote it. Get on with us, and we will show you how we can do it. So it's talent spotlight 309 at gmail.com, which is scrolling below. Talent spotlight 309 at gmail.com. And this is coming up. Here is the one and the only Bronnie.
It's kind of weird. Two big cities that are like 45 minutes away. So the scene in Liverpool, it is a lot of, I would say, indie bands. That's kind of the vibe. Yeah. I mean, the hard thing with Liverpool is a lot of the venues closed down after lockdown.
Okay, so yes, we're live on the Raj Podcast. We have a very special guest, Bronnie, very talented singer who seems to have sung for a long time. Because I've seen your website. First of all, thank you for coming and taking some time out on this.
And thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. And thanks to Risha for making it happen as well. She's always very, very nice to speak to, and obviously she's saucy out anyway with her.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She is awesome, absolutely. I mean, she's been bringing on artists from her a PR company to here on the Raj Podcast for a long time now. So yeah, it's been great working with her. Yeah, so I've seen your website. I've listened to your music yesterday as well, and I listened to your new single as well yesterday, which Rishal sent me the MP3. So I listened to that yesterday, and I thought it was really great. It was great. So it's really good. That was on that. But it's hard to decide where to start from. Because you've done a lot of music already. Actually, you've released a lot of music. Yeah. So you've done a lot of music. Let's just start off with. You also do a podcast as well, actually, which I've seen as well on YouTube, which is called the Bronnie Show. The Bronnie Show. So how did you get into podcasting? How did that happen?
Oh, I've always loved podcasting. And when I was a teenager, there was a TV show called One Tree Hill. Not sure if you know of that.
I think I've heard of it.
Okay, it's like an American kind of high school show. And there was a character called Peyton on the show, and she loved like music. So she had her own podcast. So I used to actually and the podcast that she had as a character actually went on Spotify years ago. So I used to like grow up like listening to that, and I was like, I'd love to do my own podcast one time. So I just sat down with my bandmates because they're my best friends, my drummer and my bassist and my guitarist, and I was like, let's all just sit down, chat about music. So we did that in like 2018, kept on going, and then from that, it went a bit big just before lockdown, and I got asked to have my own radio show in Liverpool from that. So it's fun, and then brought it back again. Yeah, I love it. I just love chatting to people about music. It's so much fun.
How do you how that's great that you do that. How do you get the time?
Honestly, probably just a bit of ADHD. Yeah, because they take so long to edit, don't they?
They
Podcasts.
do, they take a long time to edit. It's nice that you do it, but how do you get the time between the music and all that kind of, the hectic schedule of a musician?
No sleep, and then
No sleep.
in my spare time, because
Oh my word.
I don't really have hobbies. Because I guess like my main hobby is music, so I guess like the time I
Hmm.
would take doing other things, I'm like, right, I'll edit the podcast and I'll do this. But I'm one of those people that I have to be busy all the time, otherwise I get like worried about the future, and I'm like, can't sit alone with my thoughts. So the more things I've got going on, the better.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I did watch a little. I saw a little bit of it on YouTube. The channel. It looked very nice. Yeah, it looked
Thank
very
you.
nice. Lots of videos there. Lots of recent chats you've done
Mhm.
with uh with quite a few people and stuff. So that does look very interesting. So do check it out. If you haven't checked it out, we'll put the link on the description for you all. Obviously, this is obviously Bronnie's official website, which is bronniemusic.com. Uh, on there, and you can check out the official website. Lots of detailed, lots of information about her tour dates, her music, uh, and lots of stuff. I mean, started going back to 2017 for a second. That's
Mhm.
where you started in music, wasn't it? 2017, your debut.
Yeah, a little bit before. So I started
Before that.
releasing music. It was
Mm.
end of 2015.
Okay,
I think I started my website in 2017. That was probably it.
2017. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's been
2017.
a long time.
2017. Oh my word. 2017. So you did your music, but you started writing music when you were in school. Is that how it was? School.
Yeah, when I was in high school. So growing up, I always loved music, and I've
Hmm.
always wanted to do music. I used to do musical theatre when I was a kid. So that
Hmm.
kind of started, how to perform on stage and all that. But I was so bad at drama and dance. Can't dance. I've got two left feet, but I loved the singing aspect of it. So I was like, okay, instead of doing musical theatre, I'd like to do music. And yeah, I just started songwriting. It was randomly when I was 16. I never have, I used to write like the odd kind of like verse as a kid, but really like my first full song. It was a song called Stay, and I dreamt the melody, which sounds a bit weird. So I was dreaming about writing a song, and then I woke up with a melody in my head. So I thought, okay, I think I'll just write my first song then. And that's how I wrote it, kind of in my dreams, kind of.
You wrote your music in your dreams, really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Where,
it's
where
weird.
did the, where did the idea come? Where the inspiration came from? Was it? Did you listen to some music, or were you listening to something? Or
Yeah, I mean, I just was always listening to music 24/7. So
yeah,
it's
wow.
been, yeah, just in my head, and then, well, in my dreams,
Yeah,
and then,
my word. You must have been. So you were in school. So you were really young at that time.
yeah,
Um,
about 16 when I wrote that
16
song.
years old. My word, I bet if you check so many kids out at 16, yeah, because obviously you're not really an adult at that time, you're a kid. So loads of kids, if you ask even myself, nobody has any idea what they're gonna do or where they're gonna go, at that time. But you were right. You were there probably, I don't know, maybe was it in your bedroom or something you were writing? Um, and and you were writing a song. That's crazy. That is to even think about that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so much, it's really fun and like cool, like looking
Mm,
back, because it's something that I've always wanted to do. So I'm really glad that
you always
I
want
stuck
to.
with it when I did. And yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's great. It shows that I guess no age is of the bars, isn't it? Really, I mean, if you feel you can do it. But where did you get the help from when you released it, when you were writing your music? Did you speak to somebody, or did you get some help? Or
No, I mean, I wrote the first song, so I wrote the whole
Hmm.
song with because I didn't know how to play guitar or anything, but I
Hmm.
knew the chords in my head. And then my dad is a guitarist,
Wow.
um, just as like a hobby. So I was
Okay.
like, Dad, like, do you know what chords would go with this melody? So he kind of like wrote the chords for me, and then I started learning how to produce songs. And I was like 16, recording them. So I recorded all that, put it up on YouTube. Um, and yeah, the rest is history, really. And then I started doing really cringy YouTube covers in high school. And my guitarist now, Pete, it turns out he lived 10 minutes away from me and I had no clue. And he was like, "Oh, I've seen like you live near me, I produce songs, you write songs, I could produce your songs."
Wow.
So yeah, and then we've been working
That's
together
amazing.
since 2015, really.
All right. Okay.
Mhm.
Wow. That's proper crazy, isn't it? It's a small world, isn't it? I mean,
It
yeah,
is.
he lived in about 10 minutes away from you as well. Did he,
It's
me?
so handy as well because there's so many bands I know where they'll
Hmm.
kind of live a bit close, but one member will be like on like the opposite end of the UK, and it's so hard to get band practice together. But me, my drummer, my guitarist, and bassist, we all live about 20 minutes away from each other. So band practice is way easier now.
Okay, so you have like a full band behind you. You know, when you're obviously performing, obviously, and touring around the UK and
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about you're from Liverpool, isn't that? That's right, isn't it? Liverpool, yeah. Right. So what kind of music scene is in Liverpool? What kind of music scene do they have there?
It's a weird one. I think the indie scene is quite big in
Hmm.
Liverpool.
Indie scene.
Um, yeah, I'd say it's a hard one because a lot of the bigger bands, when they go on tour, they'll go to Manchester instead of Liverpool because obviously Liverpool is so close to Manchester. So it's kind of weird,
Yeah.
two big cities that are like 45 minutes away. So the scene in Liverpool, it is a lot of, I would say, indie bands. That's kind of
Indie
the
bands.
vibe. Yeah. Um, I mean, the hard thing with Liverpool is a lot of the venues closed down after lockdown. So
Oh
even like
no.
local gigs, there's not as many as there were before Liverpool lockdown, but
Hmm.
there is like a really good music scene. Like everyone just loves music in Liverpool. So wherever you
Really?
go, there's like, and then obviously
Hmm.
you got Matthew Street with all the Beatles vibes and all that. It's cool.
Wow. Wow, that's great. And so, but your music, I've seen your music, and obviously I've listened to your music, and I can see you've done a lot of rock, haven't you?
Mhm.
Is it a lot of rock there? There's country music as well. There's country music in yours as well. So, have you always been a fan of country music since you grew up as well?
Yeah, growing up, I was really into country music. I mean, obviously, like everyone, I loved Shania Twain, and there's videos
Wow.
of me as a kid running around the garden singing Shania, and Johnny Cash, and all those kind of
Oh,
people,
Johnny Cash.
artists. But I also loved pop punk growing up, and I still do. I've always got a place for pop punk. It's such a great genre. So yeah, like growing up, country and pop punk, it was just my favorite genres, really. So I did a lot of pop punk songs growing up. But I've always wanted to do country, so I was like, why not mix both together and do country rock? Yeah.
Wow, you've created a new genre now, haven't you? Really, you've created like a country music
I know. It'd
slash
be so
rock.
gotta take off.
Yeah, it might take off as well. You never know. Actually,
It's
it
still
might be like a
moving.
new. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you don't try, you don't know, do you?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, the amazing thing about is that you were listening to Shania Twain then, and she's still performing at the best still now as well. It's
I
crazy.
know. She looks amazing and she sounds amazing.
It's crazy,
I loved her documentary on Netflix that came out a few years ago.
Oh, okay. I've not seen that yet.
Oh,
But
you got to give it a watch. It's awesome.
yeah, okay. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I need to watch that then, definitely.
Yeah, I had no idea that she had Lyme's disease, and that's why she wasn't performing for
Yes.
years. And then she made her comeback, and yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, I did hear about that. I think I saw I think he was mentioning that on a show on I think the BBC. I think it was the Graham Norton show or something. I think it was
Yeah.
on there. I saw a clip of it on there where she was mentioning that she had that issue, so she couldn't sing for quite a while.
I know.
Um,
Sad.
it is because the voice is everything, isn't it, for a singer? That's
Oh,
your bread. That's your bread and butter, isn't it? Basically,
mm-hmm.
because that's everything for a musician is your voice.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
and obviously, like you said, because obviously a lot, and obviously you do. So yeah, that's probably the thing. So when in 2017 you released, what single did you release, or was it an EP? Was it a single? It came out at the
Yeah.
time.
So I released my first single. It was 2015, end of 2015.
2015.
Yeah, and that was a Christmas song, which was a
Wow.
bit weird. I did 1 year at Paul McCartney in Liverpool. He has
Yeah.
LIPA, which is like the Liverpool Institute of Performing Arts. So it's like a music
Ah.
university. So I did 1 year. It was like a foundation year. So it was all 3 years in one because I didn't want to do the full 3 years in uni. I kind of wanted to go off and, tour. And
Yeah.
one of the songwriting assessments was we're going to get graded on a Christmas song. So we had to get it like all,
Wow.
produced and all that. And I loved it so much. That song ended up getting one of the highest marks in songwriting at LIPA. So I was like, do you know what? I'm just gonna release it then. So I released it, and then really like when I released like my second single, I feel like that was like my first proper one. I released that in high school, and it's called "High School Sucks." You can tell
I,
I was a
I,
teenager.
I think I would agree with you on that one. Definitely, yeah. I wasn't a fan of high school myself,
No.
but yeah, it wasn't great. I was celebrating when I left.
Yeah, exactly. I wrote it in
Yes.
I
Wow.
wrote it in one of my A-level exams at the end. So I got bored halfway through and I was like, I'm just gonna write a song. And then I was like, oh no, I really like this song. So I had to like rip it off and like stuff it down the top. So like no one would see me. Otherwise I would have gone banned and like failed my A-level. But so I
Wow.
wrote it in an exam and I released it.
So so in 2015 you released your music. Was that online or was it like how did you do it?
Yeah, it was all online. So it went on
Online.
Spotify, iTunes, everything. And it's really fun to look back on because now I kind of cringe at like the old songs, but I'm like, do you know what? I was a teenager writing about hate in high school. Like any teenager would be able to relate to that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
So I look
definitely.
back
No,
now.
I absolutely. I can relate to that myself, to be honest.
Mhm.
Um, you know, I think I think the best time was when I left high school, to be honest, for me. I didn't really enjoy high school myself. I wasn't a big fan of it.
Yeah.
But, but
Teenagers can be ruthless, can't they?
hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's just I don't know. It was just I think the atmosphere and everything wasn't that great. So I thought, yes, once I left, I thought, yeah, now I can do I can whatever if I want to study further or whatever, I'll do that. But it was miles better afterwards, I felt. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, because on there and obviously you've done well. So like you said, you did 1 year in Paul McCartney's institute, and you must have learned a lot down there then in that year.
Yeah, it was awesome. So I learned all about the music industry, so the business side. I learned how to produce. I learned how to
Mm,
even mix a live gig. It was great. And my songwriting teacher was Eddie London from. There's this band called China Crisis in like the
okay.
80s who were big. So that was really cool. He taught me a lot. But it was great. And then I'm happy that I only did the 1 year because then as soon as I left, I think it was the day after I left,
Mm,
I got asked to go on my first tour around the UK, and that was 2016, like October time. So yeah, I'm glad that I left when I did.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, so what was it like when you released the music at that time? Were you on was social media that big at that time, 2015? Or was
Trying to
it?
think, so it was definitely
I
Twitter.
wasn't,
I
there was
think it
only
was
Twitter, wasn't there? Yeah,
Twitter,
there wasn't that.
Facebook, and YouTube.
Yeah, that's all there was, wasn't it, at that time? Yeah.
Now I miss those days. I only get to post one YouTube cover a week, maybe do one tweet and one Facebook a day.
Hmm.
And now there's just a million apps.
There's too many, isn't there, really? Yeah, there's
There's
too
so
many for any music for any music artist. I've seen the ones who I've chatted with who are on Instagram. They're like once I go on Instagram, I see them there. Then I go onto Facebook, they're there, and then
I
I see them on
know.
X as well, all on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
They're
I know.
everywhere,
Gotta be
everywhere.
everywhere.
It's like because I understand that you have to be on everywhere, but it's like when you're never off, are you really? Because
I
you're on
know.
one up, two up, three, yeah, all the way through.
Yeah, it is like another full-time job, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a full time job. Yeah.
Because sometimes I wish I could just wake up, write music, and then tour, like get told I'm on a tour, and that's it. But the reality of being independent is I'm my own manager, my own agent. So I've got to like do admin and everything. And then by the time it's the end of the day, I'm like, whoo, don't even have like the creativity to write a song. But I think that's what you get with like when you're choosing to be independent and as well. And I do have a really
Mm.
good team around me as well. Like my bandmates help out, and I have people who help out with tour managing. So that's always fun. So when I do have time to songwrite, I'll get into it.
Would you, if you had a choice to be independent or be with a label, what would you choose?
It depends what kind of label. I mean, I do think being with a label would definitely be beneficial. It's just the right one.
Mm.
Like I've been um approached by loads of record labels, but they just haven't been the one, you know. And it can be so easy to get all excited
Easily
and sign
get
the wrong
tempted.
deal,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you with them for like 10 albums and you're hating it. I've had loads of friends in
Mm.
bands that's happened to them. So I'm kind of like I'm full time. It pays the bills, and I get to do my dream, which is amazing. And you know, in the future, if the right person comes along, then yeah,
Mm. So because I've chatted to some artists who done it are doing it full time. I've chatted to some which do it part time. For yourself, it's a full time gig now. Yeah, you do
yeah,
full
full
time.
time. I'm really lucky. Yeah, my fan base are amazing. They're really supportive. Buy all the merch, and they know that everything goes back into the music. So yeah, it's they're really awesome.
Oh, okay, wow. So how many singles have you released so far? Then how many has it been?
Oh my gosh,
Has it
since
been
2015, I think it's been probably nearly 70 songs, I think.
70? Wow,
I release a lot. I
that's a lot.
released like the first couple of years, I was releasing a couple of EPs a year, then like random singles, and just because I write, you know, especially before lockdown, I was writing like 4 or 5 times songs a week. I just had loads. I'm like, right, if I don't release this now, I'm not going to release it in a couple of years. So let's get on with it. So yeah, I've got quite a lot of songs out.
That's a lot of songs, isn't it? Really? Wow. Since so even if you start in 2015, we're in 25 now. So within 10 years, you've released so much music. And how many EPs would that be?
So EPs, I think 5, 6
Five,
EPs, and then I released an
six
album
EPs.
last year, and
Wow.
that was more rocky. So now I'm going more country rock. And the single I released a couple of days ago, "Own Girl Own World," that's the first single from the second album. So that's going to be a bit more of a country album. So I'm excited for that.
So how hard is it to change from rock to country music?
Well, I think it was quite easy because I wrote all of these songs during lockdown.
Hmm.
So it's just they're both my favorite genres. So it was really easy for me and it just felt natural. It kind of, I didn't wake up and go, okay, I'm going to do country rock. I just started writing these songs and I was like, okay, this is the direction I want to go in. And yeah, so it's been
Oh
pretty
man.
like a lot of my fans love country and rock at the same time.
Mm.
So it's been like a really nice transition, and it hasn't changed too much, but yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
I
have to
can
take care of
imagine this becoming a new genre now, country rock. It's gonna become massive.
it.
It's
Woohoo!
gonna go, yeah, country rock. Yeah, I bet you it will become big, this soon. And yeah, so I guess because obviously now every music artist, everything's online now, isn't it? Like you have to release. Obviously, all the music is online on there. So I guess obviously you wouldn't release any hard copies of anything.
Um, Probably not, but just because any song that I would release, like is in like a
Mm.
hard copy. Oh yeah, as in like CDs and all
Yeah,
that.
CD
Oh
or something.
yeah, I release loads of CDs, which is so
Oh,
cool because CDs aren't really that popular, but they always sell out, which is great. And then in
wow,
fact, I'm gonna show you. I've got some vinyl made.
wow.
Um, so yeah, so I released it was my debut album last year, and I got two different vinyls, and they're really pretty. So this is probably my favorite one.
Wow, vinyls. I mean, vinyls a few years back became big again, didn't they? Really?
I know they're
Um,
massive now.
the
And
massive.
this one is kind of like
Wow,
a marble splatter. So that looks
wow,
cool. So I
that is
love
cool.
having physical copies. Um, yeah, which is awesome. So the fact that people buy these is pretty cool now.
It is cool, isn't it? Yeah, because I know stuff like HMV and stuff. They sell vinyl players and stuff now. In
Hmm.
the last few years, they've been selling them, and they do sell very very well for HMV and all these stores. Vinyl. So a lot of people are buying vinyls now. So that's a good idea actually for your fans to have the hard copy because I think it's a bit different, isn't it? When you listen to a vinyl or then when you listen to online. Online is good, but then vinyl is a bit of a different way when you listen to vinyl. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing. And the fact that it's like you bought it, it's like a physical
yeah,
copy. It always
physical.
just sounds way better on a vinyl player, doesn't it? When you're listening to music.
Mm.
Yeah.
It does, yeah. So when you do country music, how did you have to like change the way you sing, like your voice and everything as well?
No, I've always sang with an American accent. I don't
Really?
know how. I think it was because growing up, everyone I listened to was American, and I started out doing
Wow.
musical theatre, so we were always doing
Mm.
American musicals, like Grease and all that kind of thing. So
Ah, Greece. Yeah, yeah, Greece. Yeah, definitely,
yeah, I
definitely.
played
Yes.
Sandy in Grease a couple of times. That was so much fun. So I've always been taught to sing with an American accent. So it's kind of just my natural one, and half my family are from America. So
Really?
I've spent every summer as a kid
Wow.
in America with them. So it's kind of just that's how I naturally sing now. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's great. Absolutely great, that is, yeah. And so you do so when you perform, obviously you said you performed in Leeds, and obviously, is there any places you perform down in Liverpool? Do you get a chance to perform in your own place?
Yeah, so we do tours a lot. So last year I did a headline tour for my album, um, and we sold out the O2 Academy in Liverpool. So that was really fun.
Wow, wow,
And we
yes.
played Key Club in Leeds. And then we did so it was 13 dates in the UK, a couple of dates in Europe, and then we did some dates in America as well. So it's really fun just being able to tour anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been able to tour outside of the UK?
Yeah, so Europe and America.
Yeah.
I love touring America. It's fun.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure you must have had a good reaction there. So you do everything yourself, all the social media, that's
Hmm.
yourself
That's me.
on there. Wow. And the amazing thing is, because I've checked your Facebook page, you've got lots of followers as well on Facebook as well.
Yeah,
Uh, you've got
that's
lots of people on Facebook and stuff, and then on your YouTube channel, that's getting bigger. and obviously you've got your Instagram and all that as well. So
Mhm.
it's like you've been working hard a lot on your social media to get that um,
Reach everyone.
big.
Yeah, it's been cool. I think we figured out the other day that on all socials, I've got over 500,000 followers now, which is just crazy when you think
Crazy.
about it. But I'm really thankful. The fans are awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And the music which I've listened to yesterday, which I thought, like I said, I said this before, that the music, the single is really good. I've listened to it myself, and it's really good. When did the music single release? How long has it been? When did it come out?
So that came out last Thursday, and it charted. It was number 3 in the country charts, and then number
Wow,
33. Yeah, number 33 as well in the main charts. So
that's crazy.
cool. Yeah.
Number three in the country music chart. Imagine how many country music artists there are. There's loads.
Hmm.
And charting number three. That's already a great achievement. That is, yeah. That is absolutely amazing. That is number three in the country music charts. On
Oh,
the
thank you.
yeah, absolutely. And obviously, you've been mentioned. All the mainstream media from BBC to all of them. They mentioned you, haven't they? Really. So and that must have been nice to get lots of feedback from the media as well.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Press, media, everyone has been really cool. It's already been played on Radio 1 and all that. So yeah, very thankful.
Yeah, absolutely. So you that's coming out. That's already come out. So I guess it's available everywhere now. Spotify,
Mhm.
everything,
Yeah.
Amazon Music, everywhere. So do check it out. Do check it out. Bronnie's music is really good. Like I said, I've listened to it myself. On this, I'm just not saying it. I've listened to it as well. So yeah, it's really good. Do check it out. And what about music videos? Do you make an effort to release music videos as well?
Oh, I love shooting music videos. It's so much
Yeah.
fun. And growing up, for me, a single wasn't like a big song unless it had a big like music video with it. So yeah, I've got a load of music videos. It's on, so I've got like a different YouTube channel. It's Bronnie Vivo on YouTube for my music videos only.
Okay.
So I've got about, I think, 13 or 16 music videos. And then we've just started shooting a music video for Own Girl, Own World, this song.
Okay.
And I'm really, really excited about that. Editing that has been fun. So that's gonna be out in a couple of weeks. But yeah, I love shooting music videos. I have a song called Scream, and have you ever watched the scary movie Scream?
Yes, I've
Yeah,
watched them.
you know
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
opening scene when Drew Barrymore's like screams like chasing her around the kitchen. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we recreated that for my song Scream. So
Wow.
that was one of my favorite music videos to shoot.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. Definitely looking forward to watching that, to see how that is. I'm sure it must be good. So do check out Bronnie's YouTube channel, and obviously do check out her new music. It's already released, and it's getting lots of like you said, it's getting loads of great feedback already on there. So you write the music yourself. It's all yourself. You write the music,
Mhm.
you release it online, and do you show your music to somebody else before you release it, or how does it work?
Sometimes, I mean, if I like a song, I'll get Pete, my guitarist and producer, to produce it. Um, and yeah, really,
Yeah.
that's kind of it. Like, if I like it, then I'll release it.
Mm.
I don't really have to go through anyone to get any confirmation or anything. I mean, I'll send it off to some friends and like people in the music industry just to see what they think. But at the end of the day, it's like if I want to release it, I'll release it, which is what I like.
Yeah, exactly. I think online, because the music is online, I think that does it does help a bit with releasing the music, where musicians can release their own music, which is great in the independent artists and
Mhm.
stuff, and that's really good. But obviously, to get so much appreciation, and definitely you are definitely obviously uh, already achieved so much so quickly, which is amazing.
Thank you.
On there. So do check out her website, bronniemusic.com. And it's really good. And obviously, do check out her podcast as well, which is available on all good podcasts, as well as on a website on the YouTube channel as well. It's available on there. You can do check it out on there. That's really good. So yeah, absolutely. So is there any? Are you planning to release more music this year as well?
Yeah, for sure. So that song that I've just released, that's the first single from my second album. So currently working on album 2, which is all
Wow.
fun. Got a couple of singles ready to be released, so maybe in the next couple of months, the next one will be out.
You're definitely not sleeping, are you? Really? Let's
Oh
be.
no, a million coffees, and that'll do me. It's all good.
Are you a coffee person?
Love a good
Coffee.
coffee, but
You're a good
sometimes
coffee.
you feel sleepy, which is I don't know how that works. I don't know, but
Yeah,
maybe
because musicians, obviously in office you work, you finish at you start at 9 o'clock, you finish at 5, 6, half five. That's it. Obviously, musician, obviously you don't have that day. So do you make an effort to that? I'm going to work till then, and then I'm going to have a little bit of time off.
no, not really, because I always feel guilty. Like if I've got things to do, I'll feel guilty if I don't get them done. Because then obviously the next day I've got like another list of things to do. So I'm pretty much like I wake up at like 6 a.m.
Wow.
I make sure that I like take time for myself in the morning. So I'll go on a run, I'll like might meditate or something, chill
Yeah,
out for the
great.
day, and then it's all go. And then I'm probably because I also live stream on TikTok sometimes, like singing
Wow.
music and
TikTok.
playing with my band. So sometimes I'll finish that about 10:30, and then I'm asleep at about 11:30, and then up again early the next morning.
You do that on the weekend as well, then?
Well, the thing is, it's like
Mm.
I feel like I don't really have a weekend because it's like every day is a
Yeah.
music day. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
yeah, no,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think I hang out with my friends. Like I'll always make sure they're free and like hang out with family on the weekends, and I'll still do music, but not as much. Maybe 70% of what I would normally do. But yeah,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, it's a good time. It's good to spend a little bit of time with family, absolutely, and friends. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely a little bit of time. It does freshen you up. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, and obviously at the background, I can see it says your name in massive letters, which is really good. It's
I know
cool, guys. It's
it's flipped
proper
right
cool.
now, but yeah, it's
It's
cool.
proper cool. Yeah, it's proper cool how it's done. Yeah, it's really
It's
impressive.
a backdrop because we usually bring it out on tour, so I
Yeah,
usually have that on. So we were like, oh, we'll put it in the studio. That'll be cool.
yeah, and you've designed this yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously I
wow.
love fairy lights.
You do? Yeah, I can see. Yeah, you do definitely love them. Yeah, the
Got some
fairy lights. Yeah.
balloons. Got some lovely balloons for nice decor. But yeah,
You got
it's
You got it all covered, yeah. You got it all totally covered there at the back, yeah. On the yeah, I mean, first of all, a big shout out to Rochelle for making this happen. Like always, she's great at doing this, and obviously, and a big thank you, Bronnie, for coming on. And I know you're really busy on there, and I'm hoping it's going to be you enjoy the rest of the day remaining. Uh, and also wishing you all the best for your rest of your music this year. I'm sure it's going to be a success,
oh,
like
thank
this
you.
music. And yeah, absolutely. And do check it out. Like I said, do check out the music. It's available now. Do check it out. And yeah, and it's been a pleasure to have you on. So thank you very much.
Yeah,
And
thank you so much for having me. It's been fun.
yeah, it's been fun to have you on. So thank you very much. And yeah, we'll have all the links on the description, and which we will have make sure is available for everyone to check out. If you don't know it,
Awesome.
you will we'll make sure you remember it. And yeah, absolutely. So do check it out and on there, and don't forget hashtag country rock. Uh, Country
Hashtag
rock is going to be the new genre soon. It will be the new genre. You've heard this. You heard it here first. It's going to be the
love
new.
it.
It's going to be
Thank
the new one. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And don't forget she's available on all social media as well. You can
you.
check her out. Her social media links are on the website. Do check it out, and do follow her on all the good social media on there. So thank you very much, Bronnie, and wishing you all the best.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.